New developments in that deadly road rage shooting we broke Thursday night. The man who pulled the trigger says it was in self-defense, and tonight the loved ones of the man gunned down respond. News Channel 5's Jason Hackett live in Indian River County with a story you'll see only on 5. Jason?
And Michael, this is the intersection where that road rage shooting happened, State Road 60 and 53rd Avenue here in Vero Beach. Now, police say the shooter drove into this nearby parking lot here and called 911 to tell them exactly what happened. Meanwhile, the parents of that person shot that I spoke to today, they say they don't believe a word of it. They're skeptical at best, and they want one thing: justice.
Dennis was just the type of person that'd do anything for anybody.
As they sit in their Vero Beach home, Dennis Hicks's family reflects on their final memory of him. They tell me the 38-year-old stepped out to buy cold medicine for his stepdad last Thursday night.
Well, me and mother said, all right, just be careful and come straight home. He said, all right, I will. And that was the last thing I heard from him.
911, where's emergency?
Minutes later, Hicks was dead.
Yes, I just shot somebody.
A man called 911 saying he had a verbal altercation with Hicks at a stoplight, one he says Hicks initiated.
He said, I'm going to put a bullet in your He reached for something, and I had my gun, and I opened fire on him.
You don't believe that story at all?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Hicks' mom and stepdad say it just doesn't add up.
He's never owned a gun. He's never threatened nobody with a gun.
That's not Dennis. And anybody that knows him will tell you that.
They questioned the demeanor of the caller.
If that man was such in fear for his life, like he says he was, why was he so calm and collected on the 911 call?
Records show that Hicks has been arrested 8 times in Indian River County since 2005. His family acknowledged his troubled past, but say he was turning things around and focusing on his 2 daughters.
He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve it at all.
My son was not no thug. No matter what, he didn't deserve to be shot down.
So that family says they still have so few answers on what happened out here. They're still waiting for the name of the shooter, and they're still waiting for the autopsy results for their son. The Indian River County Sheriff's Office says the name of that shooter may be released tomorrow. Live tonight, Jason Hackett, WPTV News Channel 5.
Governor Rick Scott celebrated the opening of a new water control structure in Palm Beach County today.
It'll hold stormwater during rainy season and could ultimately help with the Lake Okeechobee water releases. During heavy rain and even lake discharges, water can now flow into a 50-foot deep reservoir. It will stay there for a few days until they're ready to release it to a treatment area where the water is cleaned and sent to the Everglades.
This is going to be an opportunity to store some water, also an opportunity to make sure that our stormwater treatment areas work well, because we can decide when the water needs to go in so they're most efficient.
The $56 million project was under construction since 2012. Water management leaders call it one of the most important for Everglades restoration. In Jupiter, it is now safe to swim at Du Bois Park. A no swimming advisory was in effect for several days after health officials found high bacteria levels in the water. High bacteria levels are usually caused by runoff after rain. A rescue at sea after a mother and her young son are swept hundreds of yards from shore off Singer Island. The quick actions that likely saved their lives.
And they are eyes